Hello, my name is Dr Edmund Ng, and I'm the president of the Asia Christian Counselors Association. Today, I wish to give a few simple tips to bereaved family members on how to grieve in a healthy manner following the loss of a loved one through the COVID-19 virus, even as you stay at home at this time of restricted movements or lockdown. Losing a family member or a loved one during the coronavirus outbreak can be particularly devastating as the patient is in the hospital where you cannot visit. You are waiting at home in suspense for the phone calls, and the death is probably very sudden without any opportunity to say goodbye. In certain countries, the funeral is at a distance, or even no funeral at all. And where funerals are permitted, the bereaved family is deprived of the normal communal response and support without the physical presence of relatives and friends due to the enforcement of social distancing. So here are a few simple tips for the bereaved family members on how to grieve in a healthy manner. First, talk openly on the life and death of the deceased with all the family members face to face. And for those family members staying in another place than by social media, make real the loss by watching videos and photographs of the funeral. Or if there is no funeral, then refer to any past photographs or videos of the family. Recall both the good times as well as the not so pleasant memories. Talking over the loss helps to process the grief and ventilate the emotions. Second, although a grieving person needs a little private space to grieve, it is good to cry together as a family. Even very young children can sense the loss through the deceased person's absence. Also, please do not leave out the older people like the grandparents. For young children, answer their questions truthfully, consistently, and at the level of their understanding. A grief that is shared is a grief that is half, and the family that grieves together stays together. Third, always remember that men and women have different styles of grieving, while children grieve only intermittently. So do not compare or judge each other, but watch for one another over their struggles as well as the unresolved issues. The journey of grief is often very painful for many people, but it is a natural and necessary process. In fact, it is detrimental to our mental health not to grieve, or all the time trying to forget and distract one's grief. But in the event that grief becomes so unbearable, even after 6 months since the loss, the grieving person may want to consider seeking professional help to cope with it. The Bible tells us that every person is destined to die once. And so Jesus Christ was sacrificed once to take away the sins of many. And he will appear a second time, not to bear our sin, but to bring salvation to those who are waiting for him. Lastly, I wish to say that we can go through this period of enforced staying at home either miserably or productively. If you have the right attitudes and do what is right, you can emerge from this time as a better person and not as a bitter person. Indeed, we can take this time as the best opportunity to draw closer to God, pray more, read the Bible, and ask God to transform our characters to be a better person. Above all, Stay home and stay safe.